What's up? We're here with Major Film Events. I'm Stevie Ray Allen. We're at the Hollywood Cineapolis for the film Kaishaku. We're here to interview the cast, the director, and see how this film was made and what was put into the making of this film. So, I see that you're a director on this film. Can I ask you, what was it like directing with the amazing cast and crew?
It was an absolute blessing, an absolute pleasure. Most of the cast is actually a lot of talent that I've been working with over the past decade, so this project was really kind of a conglomeration of all the different projects that led up to this one, along with some new talent, Alyshia, Ochse, Rob Kirkland, even the young and talented Archer Anderson. It was all the first time I got the chance to work with them, and it was really a beautiful process, you know, being able to take this script written by Gerbino, which is really kind of this very interesting psychological thriller, a different kind of spin on the typical horror type fare, and bringing together all these talents and kind of curating it all together to put together a film that we're really hoping everybody can enjoy and be entertained by.
Thank you. So, kind of an interesting question. How is the film pronounced?
The correct pronunciation is Kaishaku. Kaishaku, yes.
Okay, can I ask just where that name came from? How you kind of came up with it?
I didn't come up with it at all. Kaishaku is actually a Japanese word that means the second, but it's particularly in a process where the traditional Japanese performance of seppuku, right, which is where they do take their own life. It's usually an old tradition of samurai honor. The Kaishaku, the second, is the assistant. They were actually supposed to stand behind that person and assist with that process to make sure that the pain didn't go on for too long or wasn't belabored. They would actually behead the person committing seppuku. Now, the movie doesn't directly tie into that, but it does kind of give you an idea of what our main protagonist has to deal with in the film.
Okay, and thank you. Just to wrap it up here, can we get an Instagram handle where we could find you at?
Yeah, my Instagram handle is SoCalHal, SOCAL_HAL.
You are the lead actor on this film. Can you please explain to me what it was like being the lead actor?
Oh, wow. Terrifying, thrilling, fun, scary, like all of those things. But I think, I had the great fortune of being able to lead this movie. I think the even better fortune was that I was surrounded by a really stellar supporting cast and was supported by a fantastic director. So, a lot of times you can feel a lot of pressure being the lead of the movie, but I didn't feel a lot of that with the team surrounding me. So that was awesome.
Well, that's amazing. Can I ask what's next in your acting career?
Sure. I shot a drama earlier this year opposite Frances Fisher. I know her best from Titanic. Love her. I think it's a really special, beautiful movie. So hopefully that will be coming out a little later. I have another thriller called Decibel, which is about AI, so incredibly topical. Ooh. That comes out, I think, November 5th or 6th. And then I do a little guest role on the next season of Beef on Netflix.
That sounds like some pretty big things there.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's been a fun year of work. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What is your social handle that we can find you?
On Instagram, it's at Stefanie Estes, my name. I guess the only thing I would say is that I spell my name with an F, not a PH. My parents were cruel in that way.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thanks so much. It was wonderful speaking with you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
I see you are a producer and cast member. Can I ask you what you like better?
Ooh, I love acting. I do love acting, but I love producing, which means I get to create the world that I get to act in. So it's kind of nice to do both.
Okay, then my question, how was it producing this film?
It had its challenges, but it was one of the most satisfying things that I've ever produced, actually. It was a story that was near and dear to me, like dealing with the suicidal themes is something that I have personally gone through. So I felt I had a certain viewpoint to take on this story, so I felt very honored also to take on this project as well.
Okay, and going a little bit over to the acting side, how was it acting in this film? How would you say?
I had a great co-star in Stefanie and everyone, Archer, who plays my son, and Rob and Alyshia. I couldn't have asked for a better cast castmates. I mean, I got to hire them, but it was also, they were wonderful. They made every day so easy. So when I was doing both, I got to just slip right in, and they were there to help guide me.
All right. What is next for producing?
Ooh, I've got a few projects that I'm scoping out. We'll see. You won't tell. I've got, some Shakespeare projects I want to put on film, some things I want to do. So in that realm, so that's kind of where I'm going next. So
sounds like you're going a pretty long way there. Yeah. Please remember me when you win an award or Academy or anything.
Always.
All right, and to wrap it up here, what's the Instagram handle we can find you?
At Robbie K. Allen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah,
that's all right. How was it acting on this film?
Well, acting on this film, it was my first movie, and it was truly a great experience. It was a good experience to get into that movie-making business, and it really inspired me to go for more movies because I thought I could do everything after this.
You can do everything. I believe in you. Pretty sure your mom believes in you too. All right. How was behind the scenes with your fellow crewmates?
Well, behind the scenes was really fun with Miss Stefanie and Mr. Robbie. It was truly a fun experience. Me and Miss Stefanie, we practiced lines together. We made a bond, a friendship, and it was just so much fun hanging out with everyone, the cast. Truly a great experience.
Well, that's nice. I hope we can see this friendship between you two in the film. And my first question, what was it like writing this film?
I mean, once you see the film, you'd see that it's maybe not a joy. It's a very sort of intense film, intense story. But I mean, I love writing more than anything. So it was a lot of fun to write in a weird way, and challenging, and trying to get the right tone and respect all of the characters in these very troubling, dark situations. But yeah, I mean, I love writing, so hard to say.
And where did the idea for this film come from?
Well, it started with a thought I had after hearing a 911 call from someone who tried to commit suicide but didn't succeed, and I thought about how horrible that was, and it led me down a road of trying to understand what that person was going through at the time, and then the movie allowed me to also explore maybe how that person would feel if they could speak, after they've passed away, about the choice that they made. And so there was a little bit of my own personal kind of feeling about that subject matter in the movie.
Sounds like a very interesting film. I cannot wait to watch it. What is your social that people can find you at?
I am on Instagram at Mike Gerbino Film, and that's about it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's meeting me. How was it lead acting on this film?
How was it lead acting on this film? I mean, it's a dark film. It was, I really like misunderstood kind of characters and material. So it was adventurous. It did a number, I think, on everybody present, psychologically speaking. But then also when you do darker films like this, I think in between the setups and stuff, there's a lot of humor to be had. And that's kind of always my favorite. I really love doing films that make you think. This is very thought-provoking, and it starts a conversation, I think, about mental illness that we really need to step into and have more conversations about. And especially where our world is now, a lot of people are sitting and feeling like they don't have decisions that they make. They feel really restrained in where they are in life, from financials to just mental health, really, at the end of the day. So it was good to step into a film to really evaluate kind of where I am mentally. And it was great. And we got to shoot in Kentucky, which is where I'm from. So, very rarely do I get to go back home and work. Yeah.
Well, sounds amazing and fun. We spoke with our friend Archer earlier. He was telling us how you two were working on lines together. I just want to know how that experience was working with a young actor.
Archer's amazing. This was his first film, and there's something about working with kids that is so discovery in the moment. And I really actually love working with kids that don't have a technique yet or haven't been kind of really taught how to do this, because you just get to be so in the moment with him. He was lovely. He's so good in this. He's wonderful. There's something about acting that's just a state of being, and I think as we get older, we start getting really self-aware. So watching him just be so available, viscerally speaking, he was so fun. He was so cute. It was always great to have. Like I said, the film is heavy, so to have a child be present kind of takes you out of that state and you get to look at the like richness of our mental health when it's in a really safe space.
Well, last question to wrap it up here. What is a social that everyone can find you at?
Social at Alyshia Ochse, so at ALYSHIAOCHSE.
What do you have coming up? This is the last question, I swear.
I have like 6 films coming out. So Kaishaku is this one we're here tonight. I have another one called Sian and the Sith that's on all the festival circuits as well. I have another one called Archangel, which is Steven Schneider's new, hopefully, franchise film. He's the one who did Paranormal Activity and Insidious and now Archangel. So that's a found footage, a psychological thriller. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. I just finished one in Oklahoma called Mickey Brash, and that's a self-help one that goes sideways, kind of along the lines of Fargo. That's a lot of fun. And then another one called Cypher. So just turn on the TV, or go to the theaters. Hopefully some of these will hit theaters, yeah.
I hear that you're a producer and an actor. Can I ask you which one you like more?
Acting.
You like acting more. Okay, then my question to you. What was it like acting in this film?
It was a pleasure. I mean, it was a small part. I don't make it a practice to impose myself in the film if it doesn't work. But it happened to be that our director thought it would work, so I was perfectly available. You know, it's hard to argue with the director.
All right, I'm gonna switch a little bit over to the producing side more. How was behind the scenes with the cast and crew?
It was quite an experience for me. It's my first producing credit, and you know, there was a lot of love all around the set. A lot of struggles at times. We were in Kentucky, Louisville. We encountered a lot of challenges with weather. You know, it's tornadoes over there, and so yeah, there are a lot of challenges. But we were proud to say that we finally made it through and came back all in one piece.
Well, I'm very happy you did. And to wrap it up here, can you tell us where we can find you on Instagram at?
You can find me at Alan.Azoulay. And also on Facebook, of course. But yeah, please.
All right, thank you. I see you're a cast member. Can you explain to us a little bit what your role is about?
My character, I play Mark. And Mark is a very complex, bit of a mercurial, at times misunderstood, but deeply committed man who, without me giving away any spoilers, who has spent his life, and his relationships, which is going to be explored in this film, doing the right thing. And it comes down to a point to where doing the right thing might not have had served him in the outcome that he had hoped to have. And, you know, a little cryptic, but again, I don't want to give away spoilers for people who haven't seen it yet. But yeah, so yeah, it was a fun character to inhabit. I mean, that's why you do this as an actor. You know, you try to find characters and storylines that are impactful and connect with you, and things that are a little bit uncomfortable. And I remember reading this like, oh, this is such I just really felt for this guy, and then I was like, wow, this is a little line to walk here. So I'm like, all right, I'm a little bit nervous, so let's do it. Yeah.
How would you say it was working with your fellow cast members, crewmates?
Cast was fantastic. Cast and crew was fantastic. Yeah, I've been in this business for a long time and been very fortunate, especially of late with the way my career has gone and the people that I've had an opportunity to work with and continue to work with. And they're at the top of their game in this business, and I will put everyone in this cast, from Alyshia to Robbie to Stefanie and on. And Harry, our director, the commitment of the cast and crew and the talent is fantastic. fantastic, and it shows on screen. It shows up on screen. Even the people behind the camera, which are very important, that shows up on screen. So I can't say enough about working with this team and what we were able to put together here, this piece of art that I hope a lot of people connect with and enjoy. Yeah.
And then one of my last questions: is there anything up and coming for yourself as an actor?
Anything up and coming right now? So right now I am on season 4 of Mary Kingstown with Jeremy Renner and Edie Falco. That's created by Taylor Sheridan and Hugh Dillon. Season 4 drops October 26th on Paramount Plus, and there are some other things, but I don't know if we can talk about that yet. Yeah, so right now, look for Mary Kingstown. Look for Mary Kingstown, October 26th on Paramount Plus, yeah.
Thank you. And then my last question, I promise. Social handle for people to find you.
Social handle. You can find me at that Rob Kirkland. I think I have a Threads. I think those are my only 2 social media platforms. And I hop on there now and then. So yeah, that Rob Kirkland. Not the Rob Kirkland, but that Rob Kirkland, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Instagram, yeah. On Instagram, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Take care, likewise.
I totally know what a moderator is. My audience doesn't. So could you please give us a little description on what that is?
Okay. What a moderator is somebody who, well, after the screening is done, somebody has the privilege to be able to ask the questions and kind of moderate the discussion between what happened in the film and what's going on with the audience and how they feel about the film. So to kind of generate a bit of a conversation between the art and the audience.
That's kind of cool. I'm surprised I totally knew that. How do you think of your questions? Would you say you think of them on the fly, or would you try to prepare them before?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you have to come prepared and do a little bit of research, right, to understand like the actors and the talent that's all part of it, but also at the same time be aware enough of the audience and how they're playing off of the performance and some of the questions they might have, so you can kind of make it flow a little bit more naturally, I think, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. And then just one last question, trying to wrap it up a little quick. What is your expectations for this film?
I just expect it to do great. I think it's one of those films that makes you think about after. It's a bit of a think piece, but it's also really entertaining in terms of like psychologically. It bends the genre, so it's doing something really interesting and really new, and it finds its audience to really care about not just the subject matter, but the performances and the whole thing. So I think it's a bit of a powerful piece in that sense, and the talent was great. The director, the whole team did a wonderful job. So I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Thank you. And last question, I promise. What is your social handle where people can find you?
Oh, okay. My IG is Doppachief, Doppachief, and that's like Instagram, Facebook, everything is Doppachief. So.
Well, thank you for spelling that for me, and thank you, sir. It's nice to meet you too. My first few questions are gonna be for you. How was it like editing this film?
Well, if I can be real honest, I didn't know how good it was going to be. I entered in the editing room and I was like, we'll see what happens. And for a while I was like, I don't know if this is really going to be that good. I hope that people find it scary. It's really hard to edit horror film. Just because you're so close to the material, and I'm glad how it came out. I think it turned out actually pretty scary for what it was. But at first I was unsure if this film was going to be any good. So
it's a little bit complicated, kind of editing.
Complicated, but Harry's a great director, and he shot exactly for his edit. He knew how this was going to go together, and there was no like superfluous takes. It was all just, you know, this is my vision, and so it was pretty easy to put together, but I took a lot of liberties in and of myself, so.
Okay. My next set of questions for you, sir. How was it like producing this film?
Producing the film, I actually did all the back-end work. I was the VFX producer and post-production producer, so we had about close to 200 VFX shots in this, and I oversaw that with Harry, and we got a great music and sound design company out of New York, and so yeah, it was a real pleasure. And it's really Harry Locke's vision and what he wanted to say in this film, and we were just listening to him and doing the best we could.
And kind of piggybacking off over here, would you say it was complicated?
You know, it was, I don't know if it was complicated. It was straightforward, but it was a genre that, what you don't want people to do in a movie like this is laugh at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And if you do something a little over the top and it's not done well, then people have a tendency to laugh at it, and that's something that we did not want. And so we really worked hard to make the effects as good as they could be and as realistic as they could be, so that we wouldn't break that mood of the intensity and the drama. So that was hard to do in any movie, especially on a budget that's a little bit lower than you need. But so that was what we were trying not to do. So yeah.
Well, thank you guys for your time. My last question: what is an Instagram handle or a social media handle we can find you at?
I don't use social media that much, but my Instagram handle is RAS_Barry Beret. I am from Minneapolis. I'm a big Prince fan, so Raspberry Beret, those are my initials. There we go.
What is the social media we can find you at?
The film is at Kaishaku the Film, and that's where you can find the information about the movie.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hey guys, it's Stevie Ray Allen with Major Film Events, closing out the screening of Kaishaku. Yes, I know how to pronounce it now. Yes, you should watch this film. Yes, you're missing out if you're not watching this film. It's Stevie Ray Allen, closing out with Major Film Events. Keep watching MajorFilmEvents.com, because you'll never know where we'll be next.